Hey everyone, Little Miss Crazy here, and today I'm here to rant about millennials. Now, technically, I fall within the millennial range. I'm 27 years old, so I'm technically declared as millennial. But here's the problem that I have. Millennials are getting the worst rap in the whole generational thing. But I'm going to tell you this. It's generational. Every generation has their problems. When the baby boomers were born, the people before them were like, you're a bunch of entitled people. And, you know, when the 60s and 70s roll around, yes, she does. My mom knows what I'm doing on Scope. By the way, to my YouTube followers, I'm also on Scope at the same time. So hold on with me here. So, as I was saying, the baby boomers got crap too. Vietnam era veterans got crap too. 90s. Every generation suffers from this gosh awful stereotype. However, millennials are getting the worst of it. The likeliness is the population is super freaking high, so more people to whine, moan, groan, and complain. Add the fact that we have social media and it's a complete hellstorm. And then the fact that there are people who do fall within that stereotypical millennial, stereotype. And those people suck because it ruins it for the rest of us. So I found a list here that, weirdly, was on Monster. Originally, I ranted about this. A friend had posted, it was like a picture or post regarding millennials and their want and desperation and the fact that they don't work for anything. And that pissed me off. So I made a video and I ranted so hard for you guys. But somehow my computer ate it and completely just took it away. So I was unable to post this video for you guys, and I'm super upset because it was a perfect video. I think it's right before Trump was placed in the presidency, or it could have been directly after. So I'm going to read off, I'm going to use this list as a base because I want to make sure I'm ranting in the right direction. So first things first, they're entitled. Here's my problem with that. I don't feel I'm entitled. But it also depends upon how you define entitled. Do I believe I should have health care? Hell yeah. I get that, but I also understand how people would think I'm entitled about it. I think health care is a universal, not right, but a universal ability. We should all have the ability to get it. Not saying that, oh, I'm alive, I deserve it. Actually, to a degree, I do. Government's supposed to be doing for the health, safety, and welfare of the people, but you're telling me that you're going to protect my health but not let me actually have health? Now, don't get me wrong. You can absolutely purchase health insurance. Sure, with premiums super high or the fact that the dollar doesn't go far anymore. And if the dollar doesn't go far anymore, how the hell am I supposed to afford the $75 it is a month for my single person? $75 a month for my health care, not including co-pays, deductibles, or any of the like. And even then, I get the crappy basic healthcare package. Hope you don't actually get injured. Hope to God that you don't have a workplace accident because I can't afford it. In fact, I had emergency gallbladder surgery. My body decided to attack me. But the healthcare that I do received, they were unable to actually assist me in that. So I was directed to our local hospital. I lived and I didn't get staff, so I'm going to say it was a successful surgery, especially for those who know our hospital. If you're watching this from your hospital, that's my personal opinion and I stand by that. However, I was footed with a couple $1,000 bill. Don't get me wrong, I take accounting and business. I know there's a crap ton of fees that hide behind it. But I'm sorry, do I really have to pay the $75 bed fee for my ass touching the bed? That's a different issue though. But that falls underneath they're entitled. I don't think I'm entitled to jack crap. I believe I should work for everything I have. Now, those who know me and those who don't. For those who know me, you know already my situation. For those who don't, let me fill you in. I am disabled, and yes, I rely on the government for my disability. The reason I have to do that is because with my bipolar disorder, it has already been proven that it is unsafe for me to work because I have physically lashed out at people. For those who aren't aware of how disorders work, I'm not just coming at you randomly. I can't control some of these situations, even being medicated and seeking therapy. But they're entitled? Why do I have to fall underneath that millennial stereotype? I don't give a damn what my generation has to do, especially since the millennial generation is a huge age gap. They're predicting, I've seen dozens of things on what a millennial really is, anywhere from the ages of 24 to 50. No, in fact, it feels like if you're born in this century, if you're born since 1990, hell, since 1985, you are declared a millennial. So, welcome to the world if you don't think you're a millennial. By classification, you are. So, telling me that they're entitled. Don't get me wrong. I've met a bunch of millennials who absolutely are entitled, and those people piss me off. Well, I deserve this. Well, are you contributing to your society? No. Like the cliche, don't get me wrong, I smoke weed, but the cliche stoners who sit on their ass all day long and smoke weed, they won't get a job. And I actually know a few people, and then they're like, oh, well, I do deserve health care. I do deserve, it bothers me because our community, as much as I live in a great place, unfortunately, we live in an extreme poverty area. Employment's not that great. So a lot of people are on food stamps. And if you are on that kind of stuff, I am not dissing all of you. I'm dissing the people that I have seen. And that's the issue. You're entitled. Well, I should get food stamps. Well, do you work? No, I just don't want to have to get a job, so I should get food stamps. Or what super pisses me off is the fact that you can get unemployment just by not having a job. Or people who quit their job and then feel that they are entitled to unemployment. No, unemployment is put there for when situations are bad and you are let go for a reason. No, for downsizing, for budget cuts. Not because Jimmy got pissed off at his manager and decided, screw you, goes out. And are you kidding me? You want to know how you collect unemployment? You file for jobs. You actually have a signature sheet. You go out into community and you just file for jobs and they sign this? No. For me, the only time you should get unemployment is for those distinct circumstances and you still work for it. You freaking kidding me? A piece of paper? And did you know that because I am disabled, not 100% may I mind you, I can't collect unemployment. I cannot collect food stamps. Well, don't get me wrong, my disability is meant to cover that, and I agree with that. However, when I wasn't on disability, I still didn't qualify it because of my housekeeping job that I barely worked 40 hours for a week, or a paycheck, or whatever the hell it is. I couldn't get unemployment. But I have watched other people who choose not to get a job or get fired get that because the generation believes they're entitled. I worked. I deserve unemployment. No, Jimmy, you worked for 2 weeks and you slacked off the whole damn time. You don't deserve that crap. And then it's because of you that I can't get it. Or my husband. My husband can't even qualify on his own, and he's not disabled. Entitlement is bullcrap. Don't get me wrong, there has been instances where I have felt entitled, and I hate that. And I hate every second of it is. So let's move on to the next one. They want a trophy for showing up. Oh, that's another one that just, I gotta say, it grinds my gears. Are you kidding me? Participation trophies? That's not how competition works. Competition is earning what you get. You put in the work, you get the reward for it. You flippin' kidding me? I do not believe in participation trophies at all. There is a first place, second place, and third place. If you ain't first, you're last. No, I don't actually believe that if you're not first, you're last. I really like Will Ferrell. But that's what competition's for. Did we get trophies for being a part of World War II or World War I? No, because we won those. People don't just get participation trophies. That's ridiculous. That crap bothers me the most. I think that's by far one of the things that just gets under my skin. Are you kidding me? No, you should work for what you deserve. You want that first place, you work for it. Do you think I walked into school and got honors by just showing up? Hell no. I put in like 80 hours a freaking week, it feels like. I study. I've missed out on so many family events because I believe in doing my best and earning what it is. Earn it. And if you're watching this and you get participation trophies, get off your damn ass. And if they hand you a participation trophy, take it with grace and then throw that crap in the trash. You got it. You earned it. Don't ever take it away from a first place person. You kidding me? Imagine what the Olympics would look like. Congratulations, Michael Phelps, the fact that you took first place and won 10 freaking gold medals. But don't worry, that guy from Japan who took 54th, and he kind of put in a little effort. Don't worry, he got the same 10 gold medals you did too. That crap is bull crap. You work for that crap. They're easily sidetracked by technology. Okay, I'm honest with that one. It's the truth. The attention span is usually you get about 3 to 5 seconds attention span. I'm currently doing marketing for my company, and that's super common that I see is about 3 to 5 seconds. I can't say much, but you also can't get mad at us for that. Who the hell's inventing this technology? Our millennial generation. Do you enjoy smartphones? I sure do. Are you kidding me? I'm currently filming this for Periscope on a cell phone. And I'm sitting here talking to you guys on a flipping webcam using my laptop. Technology was invented to better our society, and you're going to get mad at me for using that technology? Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are dependent on that technology. People have addictions to technology. But don't get mad at me when I use it. A lot of people get pissed off when we're sitting there and walking along the streets and we're just looking at our cell phones. Go ahead and zoom this in so you guys can really... Oh, no, let's put you back. There we go. So I'm getting my butt chewed. People walking on the sidewalks, as I was trying to say, texting on their phone. Okay. Not 100% agreement with that, but I do it all the time. Just, if you're going to run into a pole, let me film it for a second. See, there you go. Ability to use technology. You can't get mad at me for using technology. I do our best, especially in our household, especially when it comes to holidays. Cell phones go in a basket. They're not allowed out unless it's for emergencies. That's it. You can't have your phone out. We don't do that. If my husband and I want to talk, we pause stuff. We don't let the TV run in the background. If we do, it's muted. If someone's paying attention to it, it gets turned off. Now, not everyone in my generation does that. However, I don't have to sit there and easily sidetrack. I'm easily sidetracked, period. I really am. If there is a mirror, I'm not conceited. I see shiny. I see movement, and I pay attention to movement. So a lot of people sit there, and they're like, oh, well, you're just staring at yourself in the mirror. Well, first, I saw something moving, so I'm looking in the mirror. And second, are you kidding me? I put an hour into this face. Of course I'm going to stare at myself just a little bit. I worked hard for everything I've gone through. And millennials, yes, we get sidetracked by technology, but think about it. Think back in the days. And it's usually the older generation. Usually anyone I see above 40 years old are the ones that judge us the most. But if you recall back in your day, colored television, black and white television, or hell, simple things like a freaking vacuum or anything that was new is considered technology. It's an advancement. It's technology. Just now we associate technology with computer-based things. But weren't you fascinated? Has anyone seen an advertisement that fell from the 40s and 50s look at our new kitchen gadget that can come up from the middle of your counter. May I say this? That was such a cool generation, and your technology was wicked. But we don't look back and pick on you guys for that. Instead, you proceed to pick on us. Don't get me wrong, I've noticed the older I get, the more I do pick on a younger generation. Hell, I'm picking on a younger generation now. But what I'm pissed off about is the fact that I fall in that generation and you stereotype me as that generation. And my generation is, we're a bunch of whiny babies. Because what am I doing right now? Freaking ranting and whining about it. We're ranting about my thing. My thing. They're job hoppers. Yes, we are. And although I still have a problem, let me go ahead and let's define job hoppers. There are a few types. There are job hoppers. I have a really good friend. He believes in getting the best job possible. So he gets a job. He tries to keep that job to find out that this job that he has right now is $10.50 an hour, but the job he's going to get hired for is $18 an hour. So what does he do? He quits that job and he goes to this new job. Because we, as a human race, believe in advancement. We want to do the best that we can for ourselves. And since the dollar has gone to crap and is probably going to be worthless now underneath this president, may I mind you, my political views are my political views. They do not reflect anything in life nor my channel. These are my personal views. I do not like Trump. But the dollar has decreased. It doesn't mean crap anymore. I remember when I was a kid, and yes, you're going to say you're still our kid, and I still am a kid, but I'm going to switch you back to the 90s. There was still penny candy, still 5-cent candy, and gum was 25 cents. 25 cents for a pack of gum. Now I got to pay 35 to 85 cents. Are you freaking kidding me right now? It's ridiculous. And I remember that. And now I got to pay $1.50 to get a freaking Hershey's bar that I used to be able to get 20 years ago for 15 cents. That's the problem I have. And the older generation then picks on us millennials. Well, why can't you buy this? Are you flipping kidding me? The webcam I'm using right now, I'm borrowing from a friend. Do you know how much this webcam cost? It would cost me like $40 freaking dollars. Does it look like I have $40 lying around? Hell no. Most of the shit in my life is given to me. And don't think, by the way, that I'm just given everything in my life. No. My friends want to get rid of their junk, and I'm just willing to take it because I'm a little bit of a hoarder. Especially when it comes to makeup. But of course we're going to hop jobs. We're going to move to the next possible ability that we can get. However, there's the other side. The people I cannot stand. So you guys, give me a second here. My heater's on and I'm roasting to death. So give me just a second here. Okay. Let's get back to this. My back hurts. Ugh. I'm getting old. Then there's the other job hoppers. Let's go back to Jimmy. Jimmy wants to collect unemployment because Jimmy just doesn't want to work at McDonald's anymore. He's having a hard time. Okay, Jimmy. So Jimmy decides he leaves this one job because it's just not for him. And he moves on to the next job. But, you know, he made me do this one thing that I really don't like. I don't care, Jimmy. That's what a job does. Do you really think I enjoyed 100% of my military time? Hell no. I need to raise this camera because y'all are getting a lot. There we go. Do you really think I enjoyed my time 100% in the military? Hell no. Did I job hop? Did I move to a next career? Did I get out? Hell no. I stood by that. And I did what I had to do. And so do you if you're watching an example like Jimmy. You work and you do what is required of that job. However, don't judge us when we hop to a better job. Not just another job that does this other thing. No, because you don't want to do that. No, the fact that you are moving to a better job to opportunize your life, I don't even think that was a word, but I used it. That's where I get very angry. It's the fact that you seem to think we just love to hop jobs and you're basing my entire generation off Jimmy. I'm 27 years old. Get to know me before you judge me on my generation. You hear 27 and boom, okay, she's thrown into that. In fact, I have a friend who's just a simple year older than me, and he seems to believe all of what I've been saying about the cliche generation. Mofo, you are in that generation. Just because you don't fall in the stereotype doesn't mean you aren't in that generation, so don't hate on me for it. So let me go ahead and I'm going to sidetrack off their job hoppers because now I remember one thing that really got me going on my last rant. And it's the fact that you're getting pissed off that we can't get a job. Oh, you don't want to get a job. You know, you just want to sit on your ass all day. No. Do you know how hard it is to get a fucking job out there? I'm so sorry for the language. I just realized I dropped that F-bomb. That's how upset I am. The fact is, we used to be able to get out of high school or while in high school, get the fast food jobs. Our jobs was to work the minimum wage job, which was what was put in place to pay people. Was an entry-level job. We were to be flipping burgers. But you want to know how hard it is to get into fast food? Because you have to have experience to get in, but you can't get experience without getting a job. I can't work at McDonald's because there are people double my age that have taken those positions. And you're getting mad at me that I can't get a job? If you notice, the younger generation now works the older generation's jobs. People at the mill. I know people my age who work at the mill, and I know people of 50 plus years old working at McDonald's. Y'all got shit wrong right there. Older people are also becoming more entitled. But to a degree, y'all worked for it. Not all of us are, and that is what I'm making the point. Someone just commented, millennials are a bunch of whining. Yes, not all of us are. And I'm kind of putting it into that not all millennials are this, but don't get me wrong, the stereotype is, yes, we can all fall underneath that. But we used to be able to get those jobs. You started an entry-level job, then you worked your way up, you bettered your career, you worked at a fast food restaurant to get you through college. I can't do that anymore because you're taking my damn job. You're mad because you didn't learn the skills when you could have had the opportunity when you were younger. So now I'm suffering and you're judging me on that suffering. Now, I'm saying me, and I'm kind of using my generation as an example because as for me, I can't get a fast food job. I know it sounds cliche, but I can't work there. And that's regards to my mental health. That's just all it is. I can't handle a fast, busy pace. I've tried, you guys, I really have. But it's literally for the safety of the public and not just myself because I have actually physically tried to lash out at people because of my disorder. So they want special privileges. Okay. I'll fall under that one. Organizations want someone to deliver proven results before they've granted more flexibility. How to prove them wrong. Want to work from home one day each week or get transportation reimbursement before you ask for benefits beyond the norm. Prove your worth by providing quantifiable achievements like exceeding sales goals by 200%. And I agree that. I don't believe walking like, oh, you don't just, okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, healthcare is not an example. Oh, you don't give me this and you don't give me that. I'm not going to take this job and I'm going to move on. Yes, you should know your worth. You should know your value. However, if it's an entry-level position, you take the benefits that the entry-level position was given. Work your way up. Prove yourself and you get more. Or hell, it feels like in this generation as it stands that doesn't matter how hard you prove yourself. It's not going to matter. It's who you know, which is total crap. You're telling me to get a damn job, but I can't because I have to know someone. It's crap. It's total, utter crap. And it drives me insane. I know I fall underneath millennials. And that comment was a great example of immediately we're all a bunch of piece of crap. Nope. We're just a further advanced people. 25 years. And they're saying it's all on us that we're entitled. And healthcare this and healthcare that. We're overpopulated freaking people. We have way too many bodies for this earth. We're running out of space. Hell, we're trying to terraform another planet so we could advance onto another planet. Then when we deal with what we got going on here, we believe we should get more money for what we're doing. And, back in the 50s, 60s, you could get, $1 a day was like a huge thing, and you could afford so much off of it. And then now, I can't even pay $1 for a freaking soda. I have to pay like $1.25 because it includes deposit. Don't get me wrong, I love deposit because I cash my cans like all the time. That's wonderful. But don't sit there and get mad when I need assistance getting through something that your generation has taken from me. Now you're taking my health care, but you want me to be healthy enough to work. Last thing I'll address here is safe spaces and mental health. Okay, I know I'm dreading on a very, very intense line here. It does feel like every person I know suffers from anxiety. And we do. And the anxiety can be stemmed from multiple psychological things. It could actually be hereditary. In some families, it is. It could also be a product of our environment and how we were raised. Great example was earlier I said we are dependent on technology, or we're distracted by technology. That can cause anxiety. I used to have a huge problem being away from my phone. I still do at moments. I actually have this really stupid fear, and my friends know this. I have a fear that if I don't have my phone, or if I don't check my Facebook, and it sounds so silly, that someone's gonna die. Now, not what I mean is like OCD, that by me doing this, that they'll die. What I mean is I'm terrified I'm not going to know. I'm terrified that I'm going to find out that my grandmother, something happened to her and someone posted on Facebook. Because it is easier. Social media allows for mass production. It makes business, we use it all the time. You put one post, 100 people see it. And sometimes it's just easier to put it on your Facebook. So, not everyone actually has anxiety or these disorders, but they play off it as if they do. Or if they do, they believe in having constant leniency. I'm bipolar, and I have a very difficult time being, going through change, being in large crowds, and I am terrified to be around new people because I don't know how they're rather going to understand me or how I'm going to act in a different environment. I don't just run away or expect the world to adhere to me. Instead, I let them know, like, hey, dude, this is what's up, but this is how I don't want to act. I have medication and I have control. But I know people who it's just, I'm going through such an anxious time. I just can't. Do you think I just could go through a 17 credits all online, including 2 5-credit classes while going and doing a job and then trying to take care of my mental health? Hell no. But did I do it? Yes. Did I get any assistance? A little from my job and the fact that they gave me leniency in work hours, but that's it. So stop depending on others to deal with your disorder. Again, not all disorders are going to fall under this category. I have a disorder myself, so I cannot say that all of you are going through this, but I know people who do that, and then they use that as an excuse. Even though I say the words, I can't get a job because I have bipolar disorder. Yeah, I'm not using bipolar as an excuse. An excuse is not having evidence behind it to get out of something. I've lots of evidence to prove that jobs are not where I should be right now. I can only handle one big thing at a time. I do that for the public safety, and I do it for my own, and I do it for my family. It's just not worth killing everyone around me because I'm using this as an excuse. No, I'm not. If I have to get a job because my husband loses his, or I lose my disability, or I just want extra income, damn fucking right I'm going to go out there. I'm sorry for dropping that F-bomb again. Yes, I'm going to go out there and get a job. I have straight up the ability to get a job. I just don't like the people who use that as an excuse to get out of something, even though it's not true. I feel bad because I've used that excuse a few times. My anxiety is really bad, but there are days too I've been crippled by it. Last year, we were trying to move, and we got a notice one day saying that they were raising our rent and that I had misunderstood and thought we were being evicted. I went into such a bad panic attack that my husband had to come home. He found me on the floor, fully body to the floor, face on the ground, barely breathing, because I was so terrified and it felt like the world had collapsed on me. Not because the world had collapsed on me, but because my brain disorder had decided that was a good time. I was actually unable to do anything for 3 days, and not in the ability that I didn't try, but in the actual aspect that I couldn't. That's justifiable. But saying you're just having a hard time, you just can't. That's crap. And that's unfortunately something that millennials are very known for. So, the safe space. To me, that's just like the participation trophy crap. I'm having a bad day. I need to go into a classroom where no one's around. Handle your crap or walk to a different place. I don't believe that I should have an extra room for you because you just don't want to deal with it. Oh my God, are people who the bully thing where they rat them out? Oh my God, back in my day in elementary school, if you had a bully, you took care of that on your own. And you don't always need to use physical force. I was bullied for having big ears. Dude, I have huge ears. And I was called Dumbo for many, many years. And I was so upset about it. And it was impacting me. It didn't impact my grades, and it wasn't impacting me deeply, but it was getting so annoying. So my dad made a joke. And he said, flap your ears like Dumbo, because they're going to call you Dumbo. And when you don't fly away, mention that. I did that. You want to know how many bullies I had after that? None. Because I stood up for myself. So if someone's picking on you, handle it yourself. Don't run to a safe space. Now, I feel super bad because I know a bunch of friends on here who believe in safe spaces. And I'm sorry if this offends you. But this is a problem that I see with our generation. And I hate the fact that I fall underneath that. However, to be on the other hand, we have a veteran center on campus, and we call that a safe space. But we like to say it's a safe space for the school, not for us. From us, there we go. From us, to protect them. Because conversations can be a little bit weird, and we do talk war stories, and that doesn't make everyone comfortable. So we have to be put into a room so that you can feel comfortable. I'm having a bad day. I just need to go in this room. No, go on a damn walk. Find coping mechanisms, people. I've never used a safe space. Ever. I have walked across campus. I have stood outside my classroom and cried. And I've maybe spoken to a fellow adult to figure out how to address the situation. But never have I used a safe space. I don't agree with them. I don't at all. I don't believe that there should be a designated area, and then when people are in there, if you get called a mean name, such as at my school, there's a no harassment policy. If you harass anyone or you use any type of stuff, you get kicked out. You freaking kidding me? Harassment to me follows underneath something that someone is not picking on you, but bothering you or interfering with your life constantly. But a good example was I had a gentleman who told me my religion was wrong, and I got pissed. You can think my religion is wrong all you want. I'm Wiccan. If you disagree, that's correct. But there is no such thing as a religion being wrong. That is something on your behalf, not mine. So I cried, and I went to another adult. I cried because when I'm frustrated, I cry. And I went to another adult. I left the situation, grabbed my stuff, and removed myself. I went to the head of the Veteran Center, and I said, it didn't happen at the Veteran Center. She's just a really good friend. I said, look, straight up, this is what happened. I don't know how to handle this situation. And I believe how they acted was inappropriate, and it made multiple people around us feel hostile. That's not meant to have a hostile environment. I'm not saying I'm using it to have someone else handle my situation. She went, though, and spoke to him. I could have gotten him expelled, but did I? Hell no, because I don't believe in the no harassment policy. I believe in being courteous to others. And you should be courteous too. But I'm talking about safe spaces. I'm having a bad day. I need a place to go. It's called your house. It's called your car. It's called the outdoors. That's what it's for. That's a safe space. Not, I'm feeling overwhelmed and need to go into a room. Last I knew, that was like the nurse's office or the counseling office. That's where you learn coping mechanisms. I've had classes where I've gotten so overwhelmed so fast that I respond by instant tears or I become super verbally aggressive. But because I've received assistance and learned my coping mechanisms, I now also know my triggers. And Startup Weekend a few weeks ago, I was very honest with my group, and I said right at the beginning of the weekend, I'm going to get to multiple points where I'm going to get angry, and you're going to tell, and it's because I have difficulty handling change, or there's something that's under my skin that's nobody's fault, whether they did it or not. It's not their fault. It's how I perceive that. And it's actually what happened. When I have anxiety, I tend to lash out and be mean, and I don't mean to be at all. I don't like it, but I'm aware of it now, and so I warned my group, this is what's going to happen. If you see me doing this, tell me to take a walk, because sometimes you got to have someone else to be accountable for your actions when you can't be. What was really great was I never had to use this. What? I don't... But you gotta learn to be accountable. You can't just expect people to give you a safe space. I cried that weekend, and I did get upset. And what was so great is I had such a great group that knew that, and they told me when to go take a walk, and they told me where to go and what to do, and it was wonderful. However, I also took it upon myself before I got to those steps, but it was great knowing I had backup. But did I have a safe space? Hell no. I walked out into the lobby, and I cried, and then I walked around the campus. Or hell, at one point, I just cried in the room we were in. Turned myself around, shed my tears, took a sniffle, turned around, and I was fine. Safe spaces are when someone's actually after you, physically, or if they're actually emotionally abusing you. But because Jimmy called you fat, because Jimmy said that your sexuality is wrong or your religion is wrong, there should not be a designated room for you to run to sit and talk and not go to your classes like a responsible adult. No. Suck it up, handle it, walk outside, cope, and get your butt back in that classroom. Because I'm sorry if you're going off FAFSA. I did not work previously for my money for you to just not go to class because you're just not able to handle it. You guys, there's my rant. The problem that I have with the millennial stereotypes, even though I fall in a few of those. I know this video is going to piss a few of you off. But remember this, it's my channel, and if you don't like it, hit pause and move on. Easy as that. You guys, I have to depart. As you heard, my husband said, it's almost time for dinner, and I'm freaking starving because all I've had today is a flippin' donut. Oh, nope, donut, Hot Pocket, and a bag of Cool Ranch chips. Blech. Blech. Thank you so much, you guys, for holding on with me. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from Periscope here. There we go. And back to you. So I do my best to post new videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. However, I'm a very busy college student. Plus, I'm trying to run my business and as well spend time with my husband and dealing with my mental health. So thank you so much to everyone and all my subscribers and followers. Thank you so much for holding on with me. I really do appreciate it. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me via that. If you go straight back to my channel, at the top part, there's a banner, and in the right corner, all the way on the right, is I don't know why my Twitter's in a web icon, but it is, and you can find me on Instagram. If you can't find those, it's at littlemiss.crazy for Instagram, or at littlemisscrazy, CRZY. That's how crazy is spelled for my Twitter. I also go on Periscope quite frequently to do makeup videos and vlogs, or talk to them at the same time I talk to you. You can find that via my Twitter, or you can just join Periscope and look at Little Miss Crazy, CRZY is how it is spelled. You guys, I love you so much. I do have a special video of a lip dub from a friend. I just got to get my rear on that, and I'll have it up for you guys. You guys, if you have any ideas of what you want to see in your videos, head over to my Twitter, and please hit me up on that. If you don't use Twitter, comment below. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Like I said, I do my best to post new videos. If I can't do it several times a week, I will do it at least once. You guys, the makeup videos will be to come because I'm super jacked up that I have all that new makeup. If you didn't see my video, check it out before. It was just the one I just posted a few days ago. I have been using all my good makeup, and I love it. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. You guys, I love you so much. I got to get off of here. I've got so much I got to do, including eating dinner. I love you all, and I will see you guys later.